as like as a young woman, I'm very pro being single. I mean, this could like apply to someone who's older as well. But as like a young girl myself, growing up through school, even going through like elementary school, like late elementary school, middle school, most girls' main objectives were to get boyfriends. And I was one of these girls. I was one of these girls. And then I started to realize, why? Why is that my main objective? And I kind of took a step back and I realized how pathetic it is. And, we all have our own issues. How we're raised can affect our views on relationships and such, and our attachment issues, and blah, 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 blah. But the fact that young girls are growing up with their main objective to be getting a boyfriend, to me, that's just baffling. And I like still girls my age, still girls older than me in college, whatever. They are so focused on men. And I get that, it's kind of like what you're told to do, but it's not what you need to do. And I'm not saying stay single forever, but people always told me young, like, oh, you should not date in high school. You shouldn't date in high school. And I thought they were bullshit, because, like, all the movies, like, you think about teenage love, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, these people are right. I mean, if you find the perfect person in high school, maybe. But we got to a point where guys in high school, or just guys, like, that are younger, do not meet any standard that should be. Like, and the thing is, they've gotten worse because we're so, not me, but young girls are so desperate that they can keep getting away with whatever BS they want to get away with. And I just don't understand how anyone's main objective could be to give themselves to somebody else. Especially when we have so much ahead of us. When you have the ability to get an education, when you have the ability to go to college, when you have the ability to literally do anything that you want with your life. And you're letting a man distract you. You want to get into a situationship, and you want to get into talking stages, and you want to do all this shit. And you're worried if a guy isn't texting you back. You're sitting on your phone, waiting. You're setting timers, because they left you undelivered for a certain amount of time, and you need to, treat them back, or you the same way back, or you need to, you care too much. Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much? Because, again, why are we putting all of our energy into one person who does not want you? I'm not saying no guy is ever going to want you, but I'm just saying that we focus way too much on male attention. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of meeting a new girl and trying to make friends with them, and the first thing out of their freaking mouth is, you got any new fine shit? You got any new fine shit? No. Like, why are you so focused on what one person, who usually every single time I talk to some girl who's like, oh, I don't know if this guy's interested in me, I don't, been there, but, first of all, they're not. You wouldn't need to sit around and question it. Second of all, why do you care? You're gonna sit around and obsess all day, every day, think about this person all the time. Or what? You have work to do. This obsession takes you away from your work, takes you away from your dreams, takes you away from your goals. It is a distraction. And I feel like a committed relationship would actually be way less of a distraction, but also still a distraction. But I digress. No one knows what they want. Most people are going to play with your heart. Why are you giving all of your, like, I don't know how to, like, word it, but why care? Like, why do you care? We have the ability to do so much. There's so much more to us as women. And we literally shrink ourselves down so small when it comes to a man or a boy or whatever you want to call it. Literally, for what? We have the opportunity that we could, an aspiring doctor, you know, someone who makes their own money, who, I mean, I'm just describing myself. Okay, me, an aspiring neurosurgeon, someone who makes their own money, who has their own business. That sounds like I'm committing tax fraud. I just do Depop. Has a job, has a car, has a load of drive, has so many incredible attributes, is beautiful. You know, all these things about myself, and I was just shrink myself down into this little box that, you know, I throw all that away, you know, I forget about all that stuff, you know, I start, like, a man would just distract, or someone who is playing in my face is just going to distract me from all of that, and I would, you know, we throw away our hopes and dreams because of one guy, you know, sitting there wondering, like, when is he gonna text me back? When is he gonna text me back? Oh my gosh. Like, I remember I had a week in my life when I was still had this mindset, and I was wondering, like, why this person wasn't serious about me. And then, like, I just had this week where men could not stop stopping me in public, telling me how beautiful I was. And I feel like it was the universe trying to tell me, like, and, like, yeah, that's when I realized, I was like, why do I care? Why do I care when I literally have men stopping me on the street, telling me I'm beautiful, men stopping me everywhere, telling me I'm beautiful, and there's someone who can't even pick up their phone and text me back. And I mean, I say that for friends too, like, it's just human decency. But we have so much more to us than a man. Your goal should never be to get a boyfriend. It's nice to have, but you should never settle. You should never settle. No one should put themselves in a smaller box just to fit. It's just not feasible. And, you know, everyone's dream person is gonna look different. But you shouldn't tolerate anything less than what you deserve. That's just what it is, and I feel like girls aren't strict enough with that kind of stuff, because a lot of girls this age are also very insecure. And, you know, I get it. I'm personally not. We all are insecure. Even though I'm not very insecure, obviously there are things that we all are insecure about. Some have more insecurities than others. I am not one of them, but I was there. I've been there. That's why I also say insecurity just ruins everything. Relationships, the men you pick, or the woman, depending on who you are watching this, but or just the people you pick to date or the people you pick to be friends with or whatever. Don't be insecure. Focus on yourself. Don't shrink yourself down for anyone, let alone a man. Focus on your dreams. Stop telling yourself that you can't do things. Because you can, and the more you say you can't, that's just what your reality is going to become. You can do anything. So go be a doctor, go be a lawyer, go be a surgeon, go be a gymnast. I don't know, I can't think, a Bath and Body Works employee, that's what your heart desires to be. Go be whatever the freak you want to be, because you can. And don't let anyone hold you back.